It's a battle atop the NL Central between a pair of regional rivals as the Chicago Cubs play host to the reigning division champion Milwaukee Brewers. Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell. They'll lead it off with Kane, Yelich, and Aguilar. Yasmani Grandal, the switch-hitting catcher and free agent import bats cleanup. Mike Moustakas, Hernan Perez, Ben Gamble.
Yeah, John Lester, he is no longer a thrower. He is the definition of a pitcher. He has all four pitches.
For the visiting Brewers tonight. And if you've been watching Major League Baseball today, we'll have an early base runner as Kane sends the ball into the left field corner. Stumbled a bit as he threw the brakes on around first and is happy with the leadoff conversation around the league. Ever since the All-Star break of last year, that one's beaten on the ground to Bryant, who'll get the out at first, and now they've got Kane in a rundown. Bryant applies the tag for a rather unorthodox double play.
The lineup set.
Aguilar with a sharply hit ground ball picked up by David Bodie, and despite the leadoff single, it's a quick 8-pitch inning for John Lester. So Jason Hayward leads things off. Bryant and Baez follow. Wilson Contreras, the walk-off hero yesterday, bats fourth. Schwarber, Bodie, Descalso.
Last year, 2018, since his breakout season in 2013. Fastball, slider, little split finger, but worse average.
Chopper to first. Aguilar's got it with his pitcher covering for the first out. Kind of a jumping off point for the rest of the year. And it's turned out that looks really true. There's a one hopper for Arcia. And a bad throw. Bryant's aboard. Much for the good defense, right? Put the whammy on that one. The Brewers only 15 errors at the start of play. There's an opposite field base hit. And a great example of the new Javi Baez.
Oh no.
That one bounces away from Grandal. So Ulyss Chacín having his early issues here.
An RBI anywhere but third base.
Chop to first, and there is the RBI that you speak of. Aguilar gets Contreras, and the Cubs are on the board first. Baez with a huge secondary lead, and there's ball four. It doesn't matter. Runners at the corners for the Cubs in this one today. Little pop-up. And Hernan Perez has it to retire the side. Baseball in honor of Mother's Day. He's done this in the past. He wrote kind of an open love letter to Milwaukee last year. A fine sliding grab by Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, Schwarber. Ex-catcher.
He might not have ended up where he is today. He's a base hit for Perez.
Matt, he said definitively, I would not be playing baseball today because I had made up my mind. I'm going to go play basketball.
On the ground, sharply hit, but right at Descalso to retire the side. Fades a high fly ball into the opposite field. And Yelich has it for out number 2. And a breaking ball retires Lester.
That was that.
So now you're locked in.
Yeah.
Give us what your body position is.
Yeah, I was just here. Like I'd be, pitcher would go. I get to this position, you'd be able to see
Manny
it.
Machado and Bryce Harper, 9.75 this year. We get all the way up to what, 12.5 by his final year. I mean, it's.
There he goes. Kane strikes out. Throw down to second is in time to double off Arcia. And before we can even finish the thought, they don't run against John Lester much anymore. We'll explain why if we get a chance. Craig Counsell wants to take a clean look at it. Blowing in off the lake. I mean, this is February in Chicago. Jason Hayward trying to warm everybody up with a rocket that keeps Yelich on his toes.
It was like, all right, let's give it a go.
Into the gap. Yelich there to cut it off quickly and hold Bryant to a single. Well played by Christian Yelich.
Down the handle.
Yeah, Justin, and when you're struggling.
Here's Javi Baez with a quick ground ball that Perez can't handle. And Chacín gets him swinging.
Power is what we call it. and now he's just learned how to use it. Because he's got that, you know, I think he's able to.
Oh man, Schwarber lost it and then lost it when it hit the ground, and Yelich never stopped running into third. An interesting decision to make for the official scorer on a drive that really turned Schwarber around.
You see that?
And Aguilar drives in the run. What a fine plate appearance by Jesus Aguilar. Grandal's late and he strikes out. A big first out for Lester. And he too strikes out. A bouncing ball smothered by Bodie. A great play throw to first, and Bryant is wise just to get his body in front of it and not try to make a play. Perez is safe. They're running on 3-2, and Gamble hits a little nubber up the third base way. That's a fair ball. Trying to get on 2-2. Sharply hit to shortstop. Baez flips to Descalso and they get out of the jam. Only one in the Milwaukee half of the fourth.
This morning, rebuilding the infield for this game.
That is a miracle. As Bodie's aboard, leading things off with a base hit here in the fourth. Dodgers in the NL West. Daniel Descalso with a runner in motion. They try to go for the man at second base and can't get it there in time. Bodie beat the toss.
Boy, he looked out at second base.
We'll get another look at this for sure.
Looks like a double play.
You know, the way the Brewers handle their staffs. Bunting is out. Morris. Chastain lays out, makes the catch, and he'll turn this into an easy double play. What an effort by Yuli Chastain.
Wow.
He's laying out like a shortstop.
Big boy getting off the mound, laying out. He's actually going to be able to see him this year, so he wanted me to give a shout out to his mom, Christina, who's hopefully watching. He said if they had electricity today.
And a smash to first that's handled by Bryant to retire the side in order.
A guy that he goes out and takes the mound, and you could never know if he has his stuff, you know, his A stuff or his C stuff. He goes out there and he just for sure. Obviously, Javi, the way Willie's swinging it right now, you know, and that's what we've been doing so good, is just going pitch to pitch. And
on the first pitch, bounced through into left field.
If he can reach it, he can hit it.
Into the opposite field again and headed for the gap. Bryant around to score, and the Cubs go back out on top. One-two to Contreras has popped up. Kane in center to retire the side. The Cubs do get their lead back on his dependability, and Buster, there is certainly a family lineage for those traits as Aguilar sends the ball into the left field corner.
There's no tougher competitor. John Wayne personality just comes at you all day long. It's a base hit.
Little nubber, and that is indeed a base hit for Yasmani Grandal.
For me, facing this guy for so long, the real question becomes, is he starting to become a Hall of Fame type pitcher?
Resume is rounding into form. In play for the shortstop. Baez is coming home. Throw is in time to get Aguilar. With the bat squarely in harm's way, the Cubs are still able to execute. And the conventional wisdom is assume that guy's going to score. Gamble into left center field. Almora's there to put it away. Cubs defense on display.
Why is it that if you lose a ball in the sun, the hitter gets a triple or a double, but on a day like today, you lose a ball like that, you get an error? Are you kidding me?
Descalso bounces it to Aguilar, who gets the lead runner. Relay back to first. They double him up. These two teams combined for 10 double plays yesterday.
And watch the consistency of Lester being able to hit his glove.
Arcia to left, and there's one away.
Inning. Every one of these pitches is helping.
His biggest pitch count of the year, and it gets a little higher still as he loses Kane on 4 straight. Yelich just 1 for 11 in the series. Make it 2 for 12 as he fights off a base hit back up the middle. Kane's going to try for third. He'll get there without a play, and here come the Brewers with 2 away in the 7th. And the new pitcher trying to keep this a 1-run lead is right-hander Brandon Kinsler. Bigger lead for Yelich this time. There he goes. And a called strike 3 taken by Aguilar.
So this year on April 22nd, the way that Craig Counsell will utilize these guys both in the bullpen and as starters when needed.
Just off the glove of Perez into right. And it's a base hit for Almora. Called up from AAA to make his season debut on Wednesday. Bunting. That's a dandy. That moves Almora into scoring position with 1 gone. So that's 16 home games here for the Cubs against Milwaukee. And before I can even get that one out of my mouth, Chris Bryant's just hit a 2-run homer.
And Matty, we talked last Sunday about an insignificant at bat, how important it can be, and how it can get a great hitter like Chris Bryant going.
That with the way this group drafts and develops, and you have a lot of reasons as to why the Cubs are winning. A lot of chatter out there on that ground ball.
All the conversations we see, we never get to hear.
Yasmani Grandal out to left, run down by Kyle Schwarber. Showed him the play in his camera.
Oh, wow.
With an exclamation point, the inning comes to a close.
Is that the end of the story?
That's the
Shifts
end of the story.
that we see now just continue to evolve.
Right into the shift.
Him next to me because I trust him. We think completely different. And I actually enjoy and appreciate and welcome the challenge.
Field making audibles, going day to day.
Little side armor, sinker, slider through a scoreless 10th inning last night in the 15-inning win.
Eric Thames to the opposite field, sending Schwarber to the track for a quick first out.
And as he had some action, made a terrific play to shut the door.
Travis Shaw's the pinch hitter, and Steve Cishek is going to get. Look out! Talk, folks. He's going to get 2 pitches on 2 outs. Chopper to short. Appropriately, it's Baez that wraps up the night. Cubs take 2 out of 3 from Milwaukee. They bolster their spot atop the division, and the best winning percentage in the National League just got a little bit better.